Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the good, the noble, the devilishly good-looking Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Yukon Suck It. Tell your mama. So I am broadcasting today in front of a live captive studio audience. And I am broadcasting from my secret underground headquarters. I'm bringing to you today a deck that is called RAKDOS Despair. I picked this thing up off of Aether Hub by one of our favorite deck creators, Carrot Cake. Carrot Cake, yeah. And I thought, yes, this does look like an interesting deck. The real story is that I was just looking around. I found this one. It had Arcane Bombardment in it. And my problem is that I want to play a good Arcane Bombardment deck, but yet they always fight me. They always fight me, and they suck. I don't know what it is about Arcane Bombardments, but they do not get along with me, those decks generally. So I try them out, and let me tell you, I try out a lot of decks. I play a lot, and I only show you the good stuff. That's the problem, right? And I've yet to find a decent Arcane Bombardment deck. But this one, what I like about it is that the rest of the deck looks like something I would like to play. It's got a lot of black control. It's got card draw in the red category there. And that Arcane Bombardment is just like, look, man, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Whatevs, right? So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this is a good deck, and that the Arcane Bombardment doesn't just shoot us in the foot or when it gets tapped out. No big deal. The deck still has enough going on for it to keep it going. So let's take a look at what's in here real quick, and then we'll take it out and see how well it does. So remember, we have Arcane Bombardment, so mostly that kind of makes this entire deck into a Magecraft deck. And what Magecraft means is that whenever you cast a copy of an instant or a sorcery, you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you get to do something, right? And so for Professor Onyx, if she's out, your opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. For Sedgemoor Witch, she'll create a 1/1 black and green pest token that when it dies, you gain a life. Well, Arcane Bombardment doesn't say Magecraft, but essentially it is. When you play your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you exile a instant or sorcery random from your graveyard, and then you copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment, and you may cast any number of copies without paying your mana cost. So that means turn after turn after turn, you get to play the same cards. You don't lose them, and you don't have to pay for them. It is just insane in Arcane Bombardment is, right? So that means we're going to need a lot of instants and sorceries, a lot of them. So we have Eyetwitch, who is neither an instant or sorcery. But the good thing is that this guy will get us into the lessons, which are everything in our sideboard. Environmental Sciences, Introduction to Annihilation, Mascot Exhibition, and Confront the Past. So Confront the Past allows us to return target Planeswalker with benefit of X or less from the graveyard to the battlefield, or remove twice X loyalty counters from a target Planeswalker and opponent controls. Mascot Exhibition gets us a bunch of token dudes. This allows us to exile target non-land permanent. And this last one here lets us go look for a basic land, reveal it, and put it into our hand, and gain a little bit of life. There's a lot of utilities, cards, they're all going to help us out, right? Frostbite, which is an instant, and it's a snow instant. So that's where the snow lands over here are going to help out, because it'll do 2 points of damage to any target, or I guess creature or planeswalker, for 1 red mana. Now, if you happen to have 3 or more snow permanents, then it'll deal 3 damage instead, which is a nice range to put yourself into, especially for just 1 mana. We got the Infernal Grasp, aka the Neck Snapper. It costs you 2. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. So that is an instant. We talked about the Sedgemoor Witch already. Here's Hero's Downfall. It costs you 3. We got 2 of those in there. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's a good cost. It's a good effect. Soul Transfer, 3 again. Where you get to choose one of the following: exile target creature or planeswalker, which makes it better than Hero's Downfall if you think about it, because exile is way better than destroy. Or you can return target creature from or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Now, and if you control an artifact and an enchantment, then you can choose to do both of those for 3 mana. Man, Soul Transfer is way better than Hero's Downfall. I've never had to do that comparison before. There's the Celestus. It allows you to control whether it's day or night. You can tap it for 1 mana of any color, or you can pay 3 to basically switch things from day to night, night to day. Whenever it becomes day or night to day, you gain a life, and in which case you can draw a card. If you do, discard a card. We get right here, big score allows you to discard a card. You get 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. So that's a little bit of ramp action, as well as getting more cards in your hand. These are all great things you want to do. Soul Transfer, Heroes Downfall, big score, so that Arcane Bombardment can potentially do it and pull it later on. Lastly, one of the things this deck's named after is Invoke Despair, probably one of the best cards out of Kamigawa, especially in the black category. You have to pay 4 black mana, 1 gray, but target opponent has to sacrifice a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. For each one of those that they do not do, because they don't have one to sacrifice, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Altogether, this is a great card with nothing but upside for you and downsides for your opponent. Last sorcery we got here is a snow sorcery called Blood on the Snow. This thing's going to be gone in less than a month from now, probably, right? Destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers, and then you return a creature or planeswalker with a mana value of 6 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow mana used to pay for the spell. So the most that you can do is get back something that is 6 or less, which Professor Onyx just happens to be. But yeah, if you're going to whiff out on this one, you'll be pulling back like a Sedgemoor Witch or an Eyetwitch. That's pretty much all that could be in the graveyard. So that is what is in this deck. We are going to try it out, and hopefully it'll be awesome. Let's see. All right, we're going against muispluis. I cannot pronounce that. Muispluis. There, let's go for that one. We got 3 mana. Got some creature kill. Let's see what we can do. Get us into 4 mana. Let us do some big scores. Got a big score, butthead. He said score. One. Two. Three. I just know that rabbit battery can kind of get useful. This etching here is pretty much just as much as it can be. I'm not doing so hot here. 4, that's 2, and then I'm dead. Game over, man. That's haste for you. Womp womp. Defeat. Alright, playing against THBC. 2 mana. Alright, I'm just going to keep it. Let's see if we can make this one grow. Don't swim with my fish. Stop it. No. No fish swimming. So we've got another hasty red. 2. Nope, Boros. Alright. I don't have any more mana. Oh, there's a good mana. That is excellent. Both of those are instants. Which one do I want to kill? Let's let it go. Can we hold up against another hasty deck? Here's number 4. Big score it. Discard a card. What are we going to get rid of here? Oh, maybe that one. Alright, we have the ability to do some Invoke Despairs. That's nice. I should probably put out the Arcane Bombardment first, except they'll take all of our mana. This pulls back at anything randomly from the graveyard there. Oh well, 2 mana. Alright, my turn. Okay, we'll go for the slow mana. We'll play for the Arcane Bombardment. Very disappointing, I know. Two more. All right, pass the rock, yo. Look at your fish. He just had a seizure. You're trying hard. Gain a life. Lose some life. Another Invoke Despair would be fantastic. You have to sacrifice it. It's not for me, dude. Yep. Let's see. Eyetwitch back. Can I play him? Sure I can. Auto pay. I got a bat. I got a bat. I got a bat. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, let's do some organization here. Land, kill, big score. Let's just kill. Ooh, it's coming at me, brah. Yeah, I gotcha. Sure, why not? 2, 0, and dead. Oh, the sweet smell of victory in the morning. All right, we're playing against John Skeleton. John Skeleton. We got 3 mana. Sedgemoor Witch. Let's keep it. This is some slow way to start the game off here. 1. Alright. 2. Dead. Can't kill that guy. 3. Alright, so we gotta be ready to frostbite something as long as it's what, 2 under. These are all snow covered, that's good. Yeah, these poor celebrants are getting in my way. I got a blood on the snow, but I gotta build up to 6 for that. Alright, well we got the 6 mana, so that's good. Let's Sedgemoor it. Alright, so Frostbite, a big score, will get us Pest. I'm going to make that guy super strong. Was that a big mistake on my part? Yeah, it was. Alright, let's invoke a little despair. Oh, this guy's got some big butts. This is where red kind of falls apart. I can kill some. What does this guy do? 1 mana of any color, X of any one color, X amount of life you gained this turn. I'm not particularly all that worried. Let's go ahead and big score this place. Get rid of an Eyetwitch. Alright, I will Infernal Grasp on the little boy there. And we're going to call it. Save those treasures for a rainy day. Dead! Dead! Keep gaining that life. Alright, Eyetwitch, there you go. What am I up to anyway? 7 mana? I know it needs 7 mana. It's in the learn category there. There you go, mascot exhibition. Let's go for a slow one. Gain a life. Drop all the creatures. What are we bringing back? Anything good? Oh, okay, Sedgemoor Witch. Let's do you. And there's another core celebrant. Congratulations, everybody. All right. Arcane. No attacks. Oh, I guess I could have attacked. He doesn't have 2 creatures. I'm not in particular in the mood for blocking after that last trick he tried to pull. Yeah, look at that. Creature control get +2. More life. I'll do 2 points of damage to myself. All attack! Looks like we've lost our explosion sounds, but what can we do? Oh, you're gonna hate this! Decline. Neither of the above. Put out another Sedgemoor Witch, and might as well flood it with our lands. All attack. Got him down to 8. Now it's time for him to wipe the board. And he's just going to give up here in a second. It's either we're about to be... Okay, he didn't do it. There we go. Ba-bum! Victory! We're playing against LuckyJ. Or is that Lucky Eye? Or is it just a Lucky Fang? I can't quite tell. That J is very Fang-like. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good to go. Nope, I don't like that stupid raccoon. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. Alright, stay that way. Alright, Frostbite will just result in a dead Eyetwitch. Don't necessarily need that at the moment. 2. As long as I stay out of the blocking or getting blocked by a shambling gas, that one should be okay. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. That's somebody that needs to be killed. Alright. It's a whole lot of nothing going on. We do have some, we got one good card sort of in the hopper there in case we get a bombardment. Don't be looking at me with your glowing eyes. Sacrificing it, you going after my Eyetwitch? You're just going to give yourself a treasure. Treasure, he doesn't care about the Eyetwitch at all. Guy looks like he should be the most stylish dude on the US $13 bill. Alright, slow mana. Going for the attack. What's interesting is, yeah, we only have Infernal Grasp as a spell, as a sorcery or an instant. So I can't really do anything to get Sedgemoor Witch to birth out some of those baby pests. Alright, Eyetwitch, there you go. I got 2 Eyetwitches in the air. LuckyJ. Strike a pose. Alright, there's somebody who needs to have his neck snapped. Here it comes. It's a pest. All attack. Got him down to 9. Need 6. I've got 5, so I need to get a land. I can put it out. Can't do anything until I pick up another sorcery instant after that. Alright, 1 tree. He'll have reach, though. Does he have reach? Yeah, he does. Totally does. Here we go. Bombardment. Let's keep up the pressure. You gonna block an Eyetwitch? Yeah, you are. Alright, so Introduction Annihilation is a very great card because it will start pulling out cards from the graveyard. Not it particularly, but the Arcane will. And the Annihilation card is going to trigger it. But I can already kill him at this point, unless he can gain life. It's not going to help you at all, my friend. You are out of mana. Because I can get 3 past you. I can get 2 dudes past you. And I can get at least 4 points of damage in that case. Yeah, great. You're at 9. Oh, you got a bat. You got a big dude. Here you come. Down to 11. There we go. Writing on the wall. It spells victory. Alright, playing against Wick. Wick. Alright. Let's see if I can pronounce it. 2 mana. I'm going to mulligan this. Alright, that is much better. Keep it. We're going to get rid of Blood on the Snow. And we're going to race with what we got there. Eyetwitch. I'm just assuming we're going to pull some good stuff up. Well, there's that bat. He's flying around there. And suddenly he's going to be like, hey, look, there's someplace I can put my feet. All of a sudden, out of nowhere for no particular reason. There it is. See, he's got his little bat trapeze there. See, at least my little holographic projector's always there. Dead! Go get him, bitchy. Alright, Topiary Stomper. That's a whole lot of nothing until he gets up to 7. But he's nearly at 4. Blood on the Snow. Let's get ourselves another black. Now I'm down to 17. Only 17 more turns to go until he's dead. It's fine. What do we get up to now? 6? Ooh, we're up to a place where Blood on the Snow might become a little more mandatory. Alright, don't have enough black, huh? 1 more black to be able to invoke Despair. They got the 7 mana. Yikes! Alright, come on! Just give me a mana. That is not it. I can't do anything with what I got there. Okay, Twitchy's gonna have to start speed bumping here. What do I go for? It's all mana growth, I guess? That's it. Yeah, but I might be dead. Alright, mana, environmental sciences. Fortunately, it's not an instant. That'd be really super cool. Okay, pull a mana, pull a mana, pull a mana. Did not pull a mana. The best I can do is environmental sciences. Give myself another black. Put out the black. And put out another Eyetwitch. Which will save me a turn and get this guy only be able to do 4 points of damage to me. Which then leads to Blood on the Snow in the next turn. Oh, that is so not right. Anything that gets me life in this thing? Let's just exile then. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll live through this with just barely. I flooded up, my friends. Alright, here we go. 6. Royal creatures. And we're going to bring back a bat. And unfortunately, if I was him, I'd just sacrifice those things immediately and start growing out those trolls. So I've only got 6 mana. It makes me think I'm not going to be able to get to Arcane Bombardment. I've only got 1 life. Can I really pull this thing back out? There's this troll. Alright. Get ourselves up to 2 life! We've doubled our life. It's a 100% increase. Sacrifice. You should be down to what, 12? There we go, looking good. Another bat. Alright, so I'm gonna leave Twitchy there, no attacks as ED Fender. Alright, hammer time. We are going to put out a land. We're going to put out Professor Onyx. She's going to make you question the nature of your relationship with Incredible Hulk Arm. We're going to go ahead and put out another Eyetwitch. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we're going to attack with our combined mighty forces. Yeah, Infernal Grasp is 2 life I'll be lost. Now luckily Professor Onyx will... See, I'm just not sure whether or not I will die. That's not cool. I think it's just live, right? We're good. All right, excellent. Here we go. Here's a 7. Give ourselves a little bit more life. There's another. And let's take a look at cards. This is going to cost me a life token. 3. Blood on the Snow. Go get him, boys! Alright, got him down to 8. Game's getting closer. It'd be really nice to be able to put out the Arcane Bombardment. You coming after me, yo? Picking some dudes off. Let's see, Sedgemoor maybe, huh? This is going to get me some life and some card draw. Let's just do that. And 2 life is not going to score me a whole lot. Well, we got Death Touch and just Vigilance. So I got a lot of flying that'll do well. Let's send in this guy. All right. Fast to blockers. Definitely that. And let's go ahead and let it ride. Nope. This guy's doing me good. There we go. Yep, I bored you. I'm sorry, Wick. Your death was certain anyway. Victory! Alright, so here is RAKDOS Despair. Once again, taking a look at the cards in the deck. How did I like it? You know what? I liked it quite well. I'm not sure I had like the glee and the enjoyment that I sometimes get from things like this. I think the reason why is because a lot of times with RAKDOS, the ones I like, RAKDOS controls, there's usually a lot more discard available in it. This one, not so much. But definitely there was control, lots of it, and it worked well. And the good thing is that this deck worked fine without Arcane Bombardment. I think Arcane Bombardment just stepped it up a notch, but it wasn't necessary. Like, that's what you see a lot with an Arcane Bombardment. It's almost like they're all just like, okay, we're just playing cards, and then Arcane Bombardment comes in, and then we get to play them all again. In this case, it was like this deck was going to do what it was going to do anyway, and if Arcane Bombardment came in, great. If it didn't, yeah, it's fine too, because it had a lot of win scenarios anyway. They weren't particularly strong win scenarios, but when you're playing a strong control deck, the rest of your deck can be a little bit on the lame side. And by lame, I mean with your biggest creature being like Sedgemoor Witch, you know, a menace 3/2. Sure, why not? That's the kind of stuff that can win you a game when you're playing, you know, control heavy. The thing I'm kind of surprised by is we didn't have any sort of man lands in here. And they would probably do very well. I mean, everything was pretty slow anyway, but somebody was very determined to have snow-covered lands. I think that's what the deal was there. And that's just for Blood on the Snow. That's all it was for. I'm not sure that it was worth trying to put these snow-covered duels in there just so he could do it. Because, I mean, what is this crap, right? It's tapped. It comes in, it's slow. You gain a life. I like the other duels way better than that. The only other thing that's really good about this deck, of course, is Mascot Exhibition. And what's nice is that when you have Professor Onyx and Sedgemoor Witch playing this to get those out, it's going to score you 2 life. It's going to take away 2 from an opponent, and you're going to get an additional pest out of the deal. So you're going to end up picking up, gosh, how many of these things here? You got a 2/1 Black Inkling, you got a 1/1 Pest, you got a 3/2 Red and White Spirit, and a 4/4 Red and Blue Elemental Creature, as well as a Sedgemoor Witch and Professor Onyx helping you with a little bit of the life exchange going on there. So those cards working together is really nice. Really nice. So yeah, that's all I got to say. I mean, it's a good, solid RAKDOS deck, and I think Arcane Bombardment really stepped it up an additional notch. Bam! Let's go ahead and rate it. So is this deck competitive? And in my gameplay, where I played 7 games with it, it has a 71% win rate. So in the tiny amount of the sampling I actually have, the answer is yes, it is a competitive deck. You know which deck I did the worst against, though, was Mono Red Haste. It's just because that deck was being brutal and just laying it on thick, and I couldn't kill them fast enough. I mean, I killed like 4 guys back to back to back, couldn't keep up with it, right? So that's where you're going to have your problems, is against Haste. But against any other deck, it's going to give you a little bit of time to grow. This deck is going to be a winner a large majority of the time. Another one I did lose against was another Arcane Bombardment deck. And the big problem was I went second, and it just, you know, they got to their cards before I did. So it was a mirror match, and now I was going second. And you're pretty much going to lose that almost 100% of the time. But for every other deck I went up against, which was another, 5 more, win, decisively win. You know, it was pretty freaking awesome. So yes, this is competitive. Is it fun? I'm not sure I would call it fun. I don't know, for some reason, like creature control, it just seems very run-of-the-mill for me now. Invoke Despair is super cool. Is it fun? That is hard to say. I'm just going to leave it as not a plus or a minus at this point. It's not unfun. It's not unfun. It depends on what you like about it. And lastly, is it interesting? So to me, this was pretty much a decent RAKDOS control deck. Like I said, that just had Arcane Bombardment passed in there. There was creatures, between the Eyetwitch, which we saw a ton of, and Sedgemoor Witch using the Magecraft. We were actually getting creatures, and I was so happy about that, because usually in Arcane Bombardment decks, you get 0 creatures. It really sucks. And this deck was actually pulling a lot of creatures out, and I like the way that all of the things work. So I'm going to say, yeah, this was an interesting deck. There was a certain amount of Magecraft mechanics in it that sort of blended together with synergy, and trying to structure your gameplay to make the best use of it. I found that to be very interesting, and I enjoyed trying to get the Arcane Bombardment working with it and see how that was going to go. I thought this was a pretty interesting deck. So let's go ahead and give it its rating then. Competitive gets it into the A category. I'm not going to give it up anything for fun. We're just going to ignore that. But being interesting, I'm going to give this thing a solid A. Solid A for play. So, yeah, that is it. If you end up playing this deck, I hope that you have as good a time as I did, and that you see the constant string of victories that this thing will earn for you. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, don't let the door hit ya where the good Lord split ya. See ya.